everyone, welcome to Love and Life's Journey. I'm Chantel. Today's video is part of the Look for Less challenge that is put on by Yami from the Latina Next Door. And every month she does this Look for Less challenge where you choose something that a home decor item that you've seen in a store that's maybe out of your price range, or you just know that you can make it for less, and then you recreate that for less. And so this is my first time participating in it. I'm really excited to do that. She always chooses a co-host, and her co-host this month is Ashleigh from Ashleigh Lauren. And I will link their channels in the description box below so that you can check them out. They both have great DIYs and home decor items that they have created, and then there'll also be the playlist for the Look for Less challenge, so you'll have that link. You can check out those videos as well. So I'm really excited to show you what I have for this Look for Less challenge, so let's jump right into it.
So I was on the Pier 1 website and I saw this Topiary door decor piece, and it was $40, and I knew I could totally make this for a lot less. So this is my Look for Less challenge. For this project, I will be using one of these pots that come in a 3-pack from Dollar Tree, this 6.5-inch boxwood ball that I got at Hobby Lobby, and with my 40% off coupon it was about $5. I also picked up a package of these paper stem wires from Walmart. It was 88 cents for this package, and it had like 7 or 8 pieces in it. And then I'm going to be using some moss. I got this Spanish moss at Dollar Tree. And also some burlap ribbon. This is the wired ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. I'll be using some paint that I have on hand. This is ivory and truffle colors of Waverly chalk paint that I got at Walmart. I'll be using a piece of cardboard, and this needs to be as tall as the pot is. So just not a real big piece of cardboard, just something that is as tall as the pot. And then my supplies is a ruler, a Sharpie, a box cutter, my hot glue gun and glue sticks, scissors, and paintbrush. Oh, and you'll also need a good pair of wire cutters as well. So the first step is to take one of the plastic planters from Dollar Tree, and I need to figure out how to cut this exactly in half. So I decided to cut a circle the same diameter as the top of the pot, and then I'm just going to fold it over so that I can see exactly what half of that is. Then I'm just going to place it on top of the pot and mark it with a Sharpie so that I know where the halfway point is. And then there are lines on the pot that make it really easy to see where to cut. And I was going to use the razor knife for this, but I actually found that a pair of scissors worked much better to cut the sides of the pot. When you get to the bottom of the pot, though, I found that I did have to use the razor knife, as this was quite a bit harder to cut through. And you just want to be really careful doing this because it is a little bit awkward. Now I'm going to take my cardboard and I'm just going to trace the inside of the pot because I want the cardboard to fit inside. And so then I'm just going to cut out the cardboard piece and I will hot glue it inside the pot to make a back. Then I'm going to take my ivory chalk paint and just paint a couple of coats on the pot, and I'll just let it dry in between each coat, and making sure to paint both the bottom of the pot and a little bit inside the pot as well. Then I'm going to take this greenery ball that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it just has zip ties that hold two halves together. So this made it perfect for this project because I just took my wire cutters and cut those zip ties and pulled the two halves apart, and it was basically already done for me. This made this project so much easier than gluing greenery onto a styrofoam ball. I did have one little piece that came off while I was separating the ball, but I just hot glued it back on. For the stem, I'm going to be using 4 of these paper twist wires. I'm going to take 2 and twist them together fairly tightly. Then I'll take the third one and twist it a little more loosely around the 2 that I just twisted together. And then I'm going to take the 4th one and basically just place it next to the ones I've twisted together, and then I'll secure them all at the top with a little bit of hot glue. I felt like doing it this way made it look a little more natural. Once the paint on my pot is dry, then I'm just going to take a little bit of my brown truffle colored chalk paint and just very lightly dry brush onto the pot, and it will just kind of highlight the raised embossed areas of the pot and just give it a little bit more of an aged look. Then I'm going to attach the greenery ball to my stem, and to do this I'm just going to poke the stem through the bottom of the greenery ball and into the top, and it fits perfectly in these little sections, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue to secure it. Then I need to decide how tall I want the stem to be, and I noticed in the sample one that the stem that stuck up above the pot was about the same height as the pot. This pot is 4 inches, which means I would need my total stem to be 8 inches, but I actually wanted it to be a little taller, so I made mine 10 inches. Then I'm just marking where the center of the pot is so that I know where to glue my stem in so that it's centered. Next, I'm just going to add quite a bit of hot glue down the center of the inside of the pot, and then I will hold the stem on that, and I actually used a pair of scissors to help hold that down in place so that I wouldn't burn my fingers. Once the glue is set, then I'm just going to take my Spanish moss and I'll add some hot glue to the inside of the pot, and I'm going to stuff the moss in fairly tightly just to help hold it in and just make everything nice and secure. Then I'll just take my scissors and trim off some of those crazy moss pieces that are sticking out and make it look nice. Next I'm going to make my bow, and I'm using the burlap ribbon, and I'm just going to make a loop the size that I want my bow to be, and then take another piece of the burlap ribbon and decide how long I want my ends, and then I'll just place the loop on top and tie it all together with a piece of twine. And I did make the twine long enough that I can use it to tie it around the stem of the topiary as well. And when I get the bow placed where I want it, then I just add a little hot glue to that twine and trim the ends off. Then I'm also going to trim the ends of my bow, and I'm just folding them in half and then cutting at an angle to make a nice finished end on the bow. So this is what it should look like on the back. It's basically flat so that it will lay up against a door or a wall. You could even put this on a shutter. It's just a really cute decor piece. And the cool thing is that I have pretty much everything I need to create another one, because I have half of the greenery ball and half of the planter. And so I could make a set of these. I did decide to add just a little jute hanger that I tied around this just to make it a little bit easier to hang up. And here is my finished product. I love how it turned out, and it was so easy to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and make a second one of these, and I'm not sure where I'm going to hang it. I don't know if I'll leave it on my door or hang them somewhere else, but I love how they turned out. So the inspiration piece was $40. I made mine for just $9. And really, since I could make a second one with the supplies I already have, then my savings is over $70. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and stick around. And don't forget to check out Yami and Ashleigh's channels. The links will be in the description box below, as well as the playlist for the February Look for Less challenge. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.